the girlies are fighting.
Hello.
That must be condescending.
Aysa suicide.
If Evelyn would have died, I would have died. What that would make your version of Kirby Deed of Happiness, considering the fact that in Kirby Forgot the Land, Banana Waddle had to threaten him to get to save him. Says the one who made Kirby cheer when he made his Paper Mario sacrifice. Oh my god, even those people can look through his lies. The joke was funny and an actual commentary on how hard it often is for students to pay attention to history lessons, even when they don't have ADHD. It does not work when you remove this genie-like creature out of the institute and use it to beat down on poor Bandana D. Shocket went in the direction my leg went in season 9 of SpongeBob onwards, thinking that the reason the gag works is because of the screaming or just the line itself, which obviously isn't the case.
After spending time with the chimpanzee in a Boss Super game, I've developed a strong dislike for it, finding it extremely frustrating and unenjoyable.
Oh, and we can't forget the classic joke of Evelyn saying how he's not evil, I swear. In fact, this show thinks it's so good that it does it again when we get to the this fight, and once more when Kirby saves Evelyn. Now you see, the joke is funny because people believed that it was gonna be the game's twist villain, but it actually wasn't. Isn't that funny? Don't you want to laugh till your lungs explode? Wait, is that Kirby with Dumbo's ears? Oh my god, it's Brawl in the Family. I like Brawl in the Family. That must mean I like this video too. May you tell me why we like Brawl in the Family again? No, don't be shy. You referenced it in the first place, so it's fair game. Brawl in the Family had good jokes and was original and fun. Don't get me wrong, I like the references on their own. I like how the Revenge of Meta Knight skit was recreated in G-Bond, but Shocket could have literally put Ian from Perfect Kirby, the Strike Force Squad, Quat, the Diddy Doll, and the party from Kirby Warrior RPG, and that still wouldn't be enough to make me like his videos. References do not make up for the writing.
1 week later.
Ti ricordo, sai.
It's been such a long journey, and I didn't think I would have done it so soon. That's right, I'm an actual human being and not an AI. Something you very likely expected, but oh well. Which placement am I on? On the 120-star leaderboard. Wow, Cheese and Parsi are tied. Okay, Emu. My time is 1:58:24, so I'm in so I'm the 130th place. And I'm beating someone without video proof with a date that says never. So at least someone on the 130th spot will have a credible time with actual proof. So I'll be moved up by 25 ranks, I guess. That's the word. And yeah, I finally did it.
I'll be your phenomenal if you beat my son.
We're going back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get Phenomenal Sire off the menu.
No, on the menu.
Oh, on the menu? What the? Yo, don't get me on the menu. What?
We hungry.
We're about to take you up.
That's right. We're going
Never
back
mind.
in time. Sonic
real.
and Sonic and Sonic and Sonic and Sonic and Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic.
Oh,
and
hell no,
Sonic.
it's me.
This is truly a phenomenal sire. This has truly
real.
been a phenomenal
Say
sire.
Damn!
Run, dude! Run!
Is he gonna get my ass? Never mind, he's just leaving.
I am confident I can phenomenal your sire. Damn it. Stop.
Oh shit, that's me.
My phenomenal sire. My phenomenal sire is stronger than your phenomenal sire.
I heard your phenomenal sire is strong. Let me fight it.
Fight it.
Oh my god. Please, fuck off. Please, fuck off.
Who would win in that? Who would win in that scenario?
No!
Phenomenal sire, phenomenal sire.
Okay.
Damn it.
Okay, who the fuck is phenomenal, man? That's what it sounds like. Oh, let's try that.
Which I don't. Which I don't.
Oh,
Whoops Fortress. I've played these games before.
MatPat at least had some unique evidence. Mishael had nothing, and it shows. Beyond that, it portrays Kirby as this guy who can't be killed no matter what. And it'd be one thing if it was just joke videos like this, but it seems as though this attitude has been frequently popping up in fan animations and comics as well. The mid to late 2010s weren't always nice to the character either, but these last 5 years have taken this concept to another level. Thus, a new category of content was born. Lara Croft Kirby. Why is that? Why does this portrayal make me so mad? After all, I'm not about jokes about characters being relentless. What makes it any different than, I don't know, Kirby's Nightmares Kirby? That one isn't any nicer. However, the iteration goes beyond that. He has goals, he makes genuine attempts at befriending others, and he wants to be seen for who he is and not what he looks like. We can debate all day on the execution, but the sentient vacuum cleaner was more than his basic traits, amped up to 100 there. In Lara Croft Kirby content, those traits he's known for are his personality. Case in point, the reviving of the Smash Bros. Fighter saga. It soon becomes evident that the comic illustrators had no ideas for the Pink Puffball. Not only does he do so little that you could write him out of the story and almost nothing will change, but when he does something that shakes up the narrative, it's always either because the authors pretend he's a nuclear bomb, or he's doing something shocking for the sake of it. It's as if, while writing for the saga, the comic illustrators just never ask themselves if Kirby doing the things he did in these cases made sense or improved the narrative. For example, whether he should have scared the Grim Reaper and let that serve as the gag, or if pacifying Sephiroth with a friend art was so funny that it was miles better than giving us a more engaging endgame. But they refrained from asking those questions either because of another problem with the fanbase I'll address later, or because jokes like this were really easy to make. You don't feel like he's doing any of this because it's part of his character. It happens because that's what the scenes ask him to do. Even his pre-2021 counterpart wasn't that unhinged. But outside of the moments I mentioned, WPS Kirby is such a bore. When he isn't used for morbid jokes or acts like a machine, he's just there, going through the motions. You did not get to meet and appreciate him during the 30th anniversary. Whenever you saw him, you would have thought he was a bundle of joy with nothing to say, or a nuisance. Already, people outside the Kirby fandom don't understand what makes the series so special, so seeing this portrayal so frequently isn't going to win them over. Wrestling debates involving Kirby have gotten to the point where they feel like skits from a sitcom. Half of the time I'm expecting a laugh track to play at the end. There probably used to be a time when they were more serious, but now they're so ridiculous that they can usually be dumbed down to this. Kirby is the strongest. No, Kirby isn't the strongest. Of course he is, and you will know that if you played Insert Kirby Game here. Actually, I did play that game for more than 5 seconds, and what you said makes no sense. Of course it makes no sense, why are you taking it so seriously? Besides, Kirby and Al don't care about this stuff, so stop being desperate, bro! It got so bad that when someone made an edit where Bill Cipher threatened Kirby to kill him, someone did an edit of the opposite and uploaded it the very next day. People have that butthurt over someone trying to make Kirby look anything but unbeatable that they will steal your artwork and change it to fit in their stupid beliefs. What the heck? They couldn't possibly harass someone from not liking Kirby on Reddit. They harassed someone from not liking Kirby on Reddit. Everyone expects Kirby to be a menace. Everyone expects Kirby to defeat someone by just staring at them. That's what's true to his character to most people. What made Kirby's more rude, cynical, or downright psychotic appearances was that there was at least someone who would stand up, not only for themselves, but for the people around them. But now, Kirby can pacify or root anyone he wants, for whatever reason, and it's not seen as weird or unfair by the majority. I think Kirby the King's Gambit and its reception can teach us a pretty valuable moral. The little guy doesn't feel like a parody of what it's like in the source material. He's just himself. and the way he reacts to the stuff happening around him makes him endearing to watch. And the fandom clearly agrees with me, since some put it in their best Kirby videos of all time playlists. People do want to see something that stands out, something that feels like the source material or gives it an interesting spin. The King's Gambit is a classic that may be remembered for years to come. Bloodsucker's second half loses its value once you look past the creepy imagery and sound design, but it doesn't seem that Mashed has gotten the memo, because in the last year, they uploaded a short whose entire point was about Kirby winning a hot dog contest, and proceeding to eat the entire world like he's a maniac. Heck, while I was working on my retake of the Kirby community event, they posted Sonic, Mario and Kirby, Hero Swap, with the pink buff is back to being a menace. Instead of evolving the character from a portrayal the internet has used for over a decade, we're going back to square one. The main takeaway from this animation is that he's a weapon of mass destruction, a hero wholly in name, who only cares about eating and sleeping, rather than protecting his homeland. We have this amazing sentence where Sonic talks about how he may be a fighter, but he only does it to defeat evil people. I guess when the pink puffball was trying to get a being of the dark matter species outside of Adeline's body, he only cared about physically harming a human child. A good portion of the video is about showing and telling you how miserable you are whenever you're near Kirby, and it's sad to watch when you know it can be so much better than that. It's funny in a twisted way how this video was made public the very same day as Makiko Omoto's birthday, Kirby's voice actress. Happy birthday, man! Here's my present! Mostrami che il nostro coraggio possa spingere ogni cosa che è capitata e far che dopo tutto siamo ok. Ti bacerò, domani corriamo lì insieme in un luogo fatato come un libro invecchiato che non hai letto mai. Così saprò mentre rugiade con mani ansiose che la luce della strada splenderà per l'eternità. Fidati di me. And I guess we're doing this as a joke, but I'm putting it. No, okay. I'm stopping myself. I'm gonna put it into the I ship it because it's just so funny. There's this manga, this official Kirby manga where basically Magolor and Chili are a couple, kinda, and it's so funny. Because, okay, if we're doing this unironically, I guess they would be in there. I see them more as friends because where it will be unironically in an unironic list. But since I'm doing this, I'm putting this, since this one is a joke and I'm doing this ironically, in the I ship it section it goes. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Beyond every wonderful, magical, jovial dream, what's the fate of those sleeping all the time? Let me be the deer sliding down your face. You're my friend, you're my love, you're my you're my everything. Chewing the fragments of our crushed hearts, the tears from the moon, united today. The sun may be cruel, but it's a start. Every night, let's swallow our pains away. The sun may be cruel, but it's a start. Every night, let's swallow our pains away from our hearts. This weird looking one by Abe Sayori, although this one is only Kirby and King Dedede as characters returning from the game. The other ones are either made up or variations of official characters, like Black Kirby, not Shadow Kirby. This manga is so obscure that it's almost bordering on being lost media. We only have about 15 images of these supposed issues, and after hearing about their plots, maybe it's for the better. There's one issue where, I can't believe I'm saying this, Kirby has to go to the toilet, but gets somehow transformed into one, then Black Kirby pretends to be regular Kirby for the rest of the story. Amazing. Around the time Kirby's Adventure released in Japan, an official phone line was released in a December issue of the Japanese educational magazine Second Grade, giving children and adults of all ages a chance to talk to Kirby himself. Well, they could usually talk to him for only a minute and that was that, but still. Unfortunately, the service was discontinued pretty quickly and nobody has archived any of those calls. Neither on YouTube, nor Nico Nico Doga. What's next? Oh no! But how do you manage to make a cartoon with its own continuity and differences from the games, while keeping their speech intact? You don't! Imagine Kirby talking in full sentences. I don't have to. They'll also talk at Kirby, the judge portrayal of course, not the regular one, speak full sentences in the last two chapters. But then, the second the rep ends, we get this reveal that Shigeru Miyamoto was inside Kirby's body, and that's why he could speak. Why would you do that? You could have just implied he could speak like this naturally. You can't have a character talk for a long time and then justify it by saying, well actually this guy was inside their body the whole time, so that's why they could do that. It doesn't work, plain and simple. Either you appeal to one side or the other. How did that happen anyway? Did Miyamoto willingly enter the puffball's stomach and then leave when he thought it was okay to? Even outside of Kirby being able to talk or not? How he should talk or not? People inside and outside the fandom have some very strong views on certain portrayals. Whenever a post about who should voice who in a new Kirby show movie appears, fans will usually answer with how Dedede should be voiced by Ted Lewis, or how Meta Knight should be voiced by Eric Stewart. They're the only correct portrayals, when really what they mean is that they're the portrayals they're attached to the most. And that's fair. I'd lie if I said I wasn't in their same position. When you love a certain depiction of a character, it's easy to get all panicky about the idea of it being replaced by another. But here's something Kirby fans need to hear, even if they don't want to. no matter how much you like a certain voice actor, they're always going to be replaced eventually. Whether it be because of a choice made by executives or due to age. Ted Lewis and Eric Stewart are over 50 years old at the time of writing and haven't been voicing their characters for over a decade. Can they still do the voices? I understand the idea of celebrities scaring you. I mean, why have The Rock voice Diddy when we already have the perfect voice actor for him? My point is that the people you know and love one day won't be there to do their job anymore, either because they won't be capable of doing that anymore, or because they'll die, and we need to be welcoming of new possible portrayals, instead of bashing them, because they're not what we grew up or are comfortable with. I remember back in 2021 and 2022, when many were against the idea of having Jack Black voice Bowser and Keanu Reeves to voice Shadow, with some even longing for Griffith to voice the ultimate life form, out of respecting the voice talents. Fast forward to today, and I don't think I've seen anybody rant about their roles in the movies, except for, you know, Matt Welch.
No talent.
In fact, the general consensus on the Super Mario Bros. Movie and Sonic 3 is that even if they're not that good, Jack Black and Keanu Reeves are the best parts of the movies. We could be getting that with Diddy or Meta Knight or whatever being voiced by a celebrity or a small actor, and that could be the best portrayal of a Kirby character we've seen in years. And we could be missing out if we just tell people behind this hypothetical media to just give us what we're used to. Let's be skeptical of new guys or girls voicing our favorite characters, but not to the point where we argue they're disrespecting the old ones. As smart people will say, don't knock it till you try. Here we go, to a world beyond the seas, where the flowers spin wild, the spin breeds. Let your tears and your fears be blown away. In this land everything is okay. Reach to the stars and go far. Crossing the light blue sky, now I'm feeling alive. It's the greatest day it's ever been. Trouble is truly gone, you're no longer alone. Let the journey be carried by the wind. Pum 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 pum. Shall by my sweet one above, so high. Let's go take a trip, you and I. And shall by my dear one, follow my eyes. Don't ask you why. A place full of wonder with bubbly drawings. You've been too long without your precious belongings. I won't just sit here weeping, I'll just glide on a silver lining. So picture this, you're playing Kirby's Adventure or its remake Nightmare in Dreamland, and you get to hear this tune. What the heck? You babe, picking apart. Just follow me, just follow me. You babe, picking apart. Stay united after the fight is done. In the town, you only down, just watching the lights glow. Pick up and see where it leads, find yourself by any means. Follow me if you're stuck or beat, with a from bed to feet. Have a dream, make it clean, find ways to achieve all your goals, make yourself whole, nothing to have to believe. How about we talk about what people care the most about their ride? That's right, we're going to cover the game modes. Just kidding, I told you, we're going to cover the soundtrack first. You don't know me. We're gonna be talking about the game mods. Why did I say it like that? It's not a threat. Quicker than this, the day has come for you and I. If you ever need a me, just look right through my eyes, oh dear. Have no more fear, 'cause I show you the world will know, the world will know. Here we go. We'll show up where I go. Get back the dream you're longing for. Once again we play the police game. Every year Mage's Head looks just the absolute same. But we push on forward, no matter how hard. I'll give this planet its best trump card. And so long, so long, so long, gonna be our destiny, our dream to be the land.
What is brother doing? He's on my team and he's kicking me. What is bro doing? He's exposing my location. I was trying to hide in there. My teammate's actively griefing me, chat.
Says we explore a dangerous and dark melancholy's my rival. But I'm not scared of being there. We got each other hand in hand. Our figure swings his weapon in the sky, standing tall in the shadows, with royal chivalry about, and under the stars to take the land. It was never about the strength. It was never about being brave. The sword I shook was only filled with hope of those who still haven't stopped. And the moon will help us get through those rough times. That's for sure. We'll trust our future content and secure. And dream again. Oh, oh, oh. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Get up, go on an adventure. I want to see the world, and so do you know. Enchanted tales can't compare to what we saw. Let's go take a little stroll to the good old apple tree. You'll never know what you could see. Also, ever since 2020, its reboot has been on Mark Hines on YouTube channel. I bring this up because some people still don't seem to know that. Maybe you forgot. There are over 50 unique characters used. That's not even counting duplicate enemies, ones in the opening or ending, or ones that I might have forgotten counting. This would have already been a lot in a 10-minute video. This one is over an hour long, and there are 4 fight scenes in it. You know what would be cooler though? If there was voice acting in this animation, but alas, it's rare for Gmod of sprite animations to have voice acting that isn't from AI / text-to-speech bots. I'm sure this won't have any.
Alrighty then. It's gonna be over before you know it. You're with me on this, right, Luigi?
Hey, that's pretty good.
All the gold you give me, I will draw you back. Upon a sky made of pure gold. The strawberry sour said it wants you back. In the tower of an egg of wood. Oh, smell is one like no other. And the sea will talk to you. It knows your friends and your brothers. And one day it asks you where will you travel to?
Lost is up next.
I used to be the coolest in the land. The cute people rooted for me like I was the man. But everything came to a halt when I was divided by 10. Now I'm more pathetic than a waddle-dee. Whoa.
I kind of like the beat. Wait, what does double pack divided by 10 mean? Double pack is that there's two songs. Oh, there's two songs. Okay, I think that was divided by 10.
Sweet constellations rule the sky at night. Shimmering waterfalls sparkle so bright. The aurora came to brighten the way. A perfect match made in heaven, I'd say.
All right, 7 big booms. All right, that was Lost.
It's me, Mario! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Make money! Make money! Make money! Make money! Here we go! Go!
Nice.
Here we go!
Two days before the end of the Summer League. No other words can describe our summer. You're a gentle queen under the sun, and I'm of this one beach, the great king. The internet ghost stories, the creepy copypastas, the only occasions where this is chilling. Okay, take Kirby's World for example. It tries to tell a narrative about Kirby supposedly damaging Dreamland despite his good nature, but that's really as far as it goes. You have multiple questions and the only answer you get is your run-of-the-mill working simulator. You're just plopped in a random castle hallway surrounded by dark Kirbys with no rhyme or reason. In Kirby's Dream Land you do have to kill other Kirbys to unlock doors in its final stage, but there are also regular enemies throughout this level and the rest of the campaign, to make it not as awkward as it could be. In Kirby's World, the only company you get is from those puffballs with bloody eyes, which I suppose are connected to have pink protagonist in some way, besides the looks. I have no idea. Everything is normal, then blood appears everywhere, every enemy and major antagonist is disembodied, Dark Kirby reveals he hacked our NES and put the developers' team's lives to jeopardy. Sakurai, Miyamoto, Iwata, Tanabe, Shimomura, Kumazaki, all of them. But there's still one game I've decided to tackle. At a TXC game so good, I decided to give it its own section, independent of the previous ones. A game that had a lot of competition, yet stayed close to the top of said competition. Flawed, but promising. Similar, but original. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dreamland 2002. It manages to be scary, even for a young adult like me, and it achieves that mostly with the good old analog horror type of storytelling, adding themes of religion, sacrifice, and immortality, but not in a contrived way, nor are they included in a manner that makes them obnoxious. Call them cliché all you want, but when they hit, they really hit. I really love that Waddle Dee is referred to as, or represented as, a little apple. This seems to be a common connection inside Kirby media, official or fan-made, but here it gives off the idea of how helpless and almost insignificant they are, especially with sentences such as "I am the light, you're everything. You are the dark, you are nothing. Don't look, you can't halt the glowing." Unsettling. But what about King Dedede? You put him in a room where murder is encouraged and make him question his morality. Upset that he has to prematurely end so many people's lives? Just put on your gym playlist, that will calm me down. Looks like I managed to go an entire video without including one cheap jump scare, so comfy jump scare or something.
I guess we'll start with... I'll go to HMC first. Finish cap isn't all that useful here. I guess
Fight, man, little duck. Oh, duck just got squished, man. Unfortunate. Alright, Lost is in the lead right now. Lost is pretty far in the lead. Because everyone's kicking each other. Oh, someone fell. Alright, Lost is gonna finish here. Lost, what are you doing? Lost! Lost, what on earth was that? Lost, you could still finish, I think. Wait, why do I hear this ow, 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 ow? Where's that coming from? Lost, can you finish or are you cooked? You're stuck, okay.
Sakurai has gone on record in its game concepts video that it initially had a 1-year development cycle, but because not a single machine worked properly, the code had to be completely rewritten, with the developers spending a little over 3 months figuring it out before release. With that perspective, it's easy to assume that a lack of balance among the machines could be a direct consequence of that troubled production. Perhaps this could be the reason why the character roster was so minuscule. I'm not saying that it's 100% the case without a doubt, but it is a believable conclusion. I mean, Channel Kirby acknowledges this in the same video. He also acknowledged that the game was never meant to be played competitively in the video about the first Direct, and if that wasn't enough, he collaborated with VC for a roster prediction. A roster prediction where he deliberately asks for 2 non-Sakurai characters and many random enemies. Of course, it could be that VC wrote the script and he just read the lines he was given to record, but it's the fact that he recorded them in the first place that's awkward. So I suppose it was okay to demand for their inclusion the whole time. If only he had this attitude earlier.
As I said, it's also important to recognize that Aroid already stood firmly on its own. Sure, it featured Dynablade, a few classic soundtracks and some familiar enemies, but around 80% of the game was entirely original.
You know, the same original game that famously has nearly half of its soundtrack comprised of tracks from the anime and remixes of past titles. People like me were not expecting more than 6 characters, and were even satisfied with the 12 we received in the first presentation. So it feels disingenuous that those protesting against them would label them as ungrateful brats who don't understand the intent of the original GameCube title, of that they must have had all their wishes met in order to appreciate the sequel. There are people who have said and still are saying that Sakurai hates modern Kirby, but how many times have you seen it happen? Now, how many times have others claimed that it happened? And as much as they're okay with the game being a love letter to the franchise now, essentially celebrating what they were attacking other fans for, but like, amplified by 10, they still seem to be allergic to the idea of adding more content to the point where they won't allow others to wish for one more character, because the development process was such a pain in the— Oh my god, you guys. Sakurai is an adult. He's not your younger brother, he's not your son. As soon as Nintendo showed us the teaser came excuse after excuse. Because a 22-year-old game did this, it didn't do that, and it just won't stop. I'm sure there were good intentions behind them, but if you're so butthurt at someone being concerned about its state that you have to argue that they're villainizing the director and not forgetting that he made a lot of people happy, something that's absolutely still applicable to the folks who shaped up the identities of characters you are so passionately dismissing, you need to calm down.
No way y'all gave this guy a hype train? Yo, wait, chill. Yo, chill.
A machine that can destroy every match, equal life that exists. I could up and riding on it, feel like a king. Never mind all the chaos that could bring. You can find one path on the road we drive, then another in the tunnel nearby. The next one in a station, please don't fall into temptation. A machine that can destroy every match, I have planned to destroy it before. Then again, there's something fascinating
switch?
in having an unfair advantage. I have grabbed 2 PCs already, and it won't be long till I get the third. Should have left that station, but I couldn't resist temptation. There it goes, the pieces are together, at last riding on my new airline machine. Cry for help, cause once I see you have done come to dance on yourself for some comfort. This is it, the day I'm gonna be the best one of mankind's finest things. Everyone who has competed races alone is a dating of a new triumphant.
Alright, that was Machina Destructionist by Lost, alright?
You know, since I've mentioned SMG4 a few times in this video, and he has announced he'll end the series in a few days, I'll give my 2 cents on what it means to me. I'll keep this brief because I want to save my opinions on certain episodes for a later point of my life. Maybe I'll do multiple videos about them, but we'll have to wait and see if that idea ever comes to fruition. Now, I'll start by saying SMG4 hasn't been a big part of my life. Not as much as most people who have talked about its last journey at least. I've only followed the series back in mid to late 2016, 2020 and most of 2023, so I'm not quite a hardcore fan. But I'd lie if I said it didn't influence my humor or my content. The reason so many people on the internet feel sentimental when talking about the series in this period is that while Luke is definitely not the first guy who made SM64 bloopers, his bloopers were truly one of a kind. Nothing stood out as much as them. It's the reason why for 8 years people tried to replicate them, to make their own fan episodes. I could say that the hate towards the modern seasons goes too far, but to avoid going on a 5-minute rant in a video where that's not the main topic, I leave it at this. The Aussies and changing tone, in and of themselves, did not kill the show. We can talk all day about the executions, but they were necessary in keeping it fresh. It seems that day after day, more people wish SMG4 would have stayed the same, just Mario and other characters from the franchise on stupid adventures. But do we really? When you look at memes and trends, you can see a pattern. They come, everyone wants a piece of the pie, they get annoying, and they go. There's a reason why people who made Uganda Knuckles memes in 2018 no longer do that in 2025. You can say, the meme was bad, of course it would have been abandoned eventually, but that happens even with memes that were funny at the time, and even after their death. This is why I don't think SMG4 would have benefited from being the same. I'm not saying that the anime arc or lawsuit arc are misunderstood masterpieces, but just imagine, for 1 second, a different world. One where SMG4 was stuck in the mid-2010s. Would that world be much better than the one we live in currently? And hey, if your answer to that question is still yes, even after thinking about it for a long period of time, that's great. But I doubt everyone will agree with you. I believe SMG4 had such a long run and remained popular to an extent because it learned to adapt to the ever-changing world of YouTube. I'd rather have a piece of media do that, instead of constantly attempting to replicate its prime years, yet never recapturing that magic.